guys, my name is Ashley and welcome back to my channel, Worth the Read, where we talk about books that are worth your time reading. Today's video is a book haul. Yes, I haven't did a book haul in about a couple months with everything that's going on, the two pandemics and shipping being what it's been in the States lately. I decided to purchase a couple books a while ago from a company and I received the books, so I'm going to hold them for you guys. I purchased a lot of books. I think it's 8 books, so I won't go into much detail. But as you know, if you don't know, when I purchase books from this company, I go by the synopsis, I go by the cover. It may look cute, as just the books are so inexpensive that you kind of can just take a leap out on faith and see if you like a book or not. So let's get right into it. The first book I purchased was Go Ask Alice by Anonymous. And this is a book that I purchased when I was in high school. I started to read it. I never finished it. So when I saw it on the website, I decided to purchase it again. This book is written as a journal entry type of book. The main character, Jay, goes to a party and she's given a drink that's laced with LSD, which causes her to begin this long battle with drug addiction and abuse and things like that. So I decided to purchase again because I did not know where my copy went through all the years, and I wanted to try to complete it this time. So that's my first purchase. 2 books that I purchased were to add to a collection. One is by Jason Reynolds, and that's Patina. This is a book that's in his track team series. I have Ghost, which was the first one I purchased by Jason Reynolds. And this is Patina. This is another member that was on the track team that Ghost ran on. Again, I'm trying to collect all of Jason Reynolds' books because I truly enjoy his writing. So I saw that. Of course, I had to get it. The next book is The Cartel by Ashley and Jaquavius. Now, this is an urban fiction book. Urban fiction is one of the reasons why I started my channel, because there's not a lot of booktubers that talk about the urban fiction genre or even mention it, like it doesn't exist. So this is the book 7 in the Cartel series by Ashley and Jaquavius. The only reason I purchased this book is to have the complete series. I stopped reading this series, I think, around book 4 because it was just the same thing. It was getting repetitive. So I took a break from reading the series. I don't know if I want to pick the series back up. I probably will, because what's the point of collecting all of the books? But I feel incomplete when I have a series of books and I do not have all of them. It's just weird to me. So I purchased them just to have the continuation of the series, to have the complete selection of books. So that's why I purchased this. I don't know if I'll ever read it. Like I said, I stopped reading The Cartel around book 4 because it just continues on with the same thing. Next 2 selections I chose because I try to support as many minority authors as possible. And when I say minority, I mean anybody who is not the majority. So it doesn't necessarily have to be African American or African or Black person, any minority. And the first book is What We Lose, the novel by Cynthia Clemens. This novel is loosely based on the author's life. She's a biracial. Her mother's from Africa, Johannesburg, and her father's a white American. She doesn't really know where she fits in. Her mother is dying and she's taking care of her and she's battling her identity. So that's What We Lose, the novel by Cynthia Clemens. And the next book is by Anna, who's a Korean author. And because I'm gonna bring it close because it's a reflective. And the book is called The Place Between Breaths. It's about a Korean woman who doesn't really believe in faith, and she works in a testing lab. She's a scientist, so she believes in science. But then something happens to her in her life, and now she's trying to determine if you have control of your destiny or is it predetermined by your DNA and what you have to deal with. This book covers mental illness, which is another big thing I like to promote. reading books about mental health and things like that. So when I saw it, I was just like, perfect. It checks off a bunch of my little boxes where the criteria I use to pick the books I would like to read. So this was a great pick. I'm looking forward to reading this. This will probably be the first book that I read out of this haul. These last 3 books are books that were on the bestsellers list on this website, and I tried to also select books from the bestsellers list because they're the most popular books out at the time or at a time, and I want to be current and I want to see what the hype is about, why these books are considered bestsellers. So I always try to pick a couple books off of that list on the website. And the first one is The Favorite Sister by Jessica Knoll. This book is about 2 sisters that were selected to be on a reality show. One thrives on the show and one does not make it through the taping. It's like a thriller, mystery. Make it through the taping mean I think she ends up dead. Thriller, mystery book. I love the colors. So this also was a cover purchase. And I'm looking forward to reading this. I'm looking forward to reading this below on the bestsellers list. And that's pretty much why I purchased it. This novel was purchased because I've seen it everywhere. This is one of the books that are at Walmart, at Target. Every time I walk through a book aisle, I see this book. And when I finally saw it on the website, I said, well, let me purchase it. And then I realized that one of my favorite authors, B.A. Parrish, who wrote Behind Closed Doors, which is one of my top 5 favorite books of all time, wrote a blurb for this book, recommending this book. This is a psychological thriller, and it's My Husband's Wife. I did not read the synopsis on this book. I truly went off the fact that I've seen this book all over the place, and B.A. Parrish recommended it. I do not know what it's about. If you have read this book, comment below. Let me know. Is it worth the read? I will probably read it anyway because, again, I am such a fan of B.A. Parrish that if she's recommending it, it's my kind of book. So that's My Husband's Wife by Jane Corey. This next and last book that I purchased with this book haul is New People by Dancy Senna. This book, its main character and her husband are your typical all-American couple. They're college sweethearts. They moved to Brooklyn and they're living their best lives. He's a .comer. She is successful. They're so successful that they're selected to be in a documentary. And then she starts to fall in love with another man. And she's fantasizing about this other person that she barely knows. And it kind of blows up her world. I thought that was interesting. So, and it was on the sale list. So I probably paid like $2 for this book. Why not? A $2 book. Get it. That's why I selected it. And this was on the bestsellers list as well. So it was a bestseller and it was discounted. So had to purchase it. And that is my book haul. All of these books were purchased on Book Outlet. I know people are probably like, why were you not saying Book Outlet? I purchased all these books before the whole Book Outlet controversy that just happened. I plan on talking about the whole controversy in another video. But these all were purchased from Book Outlet. Most of the time, I get all my discounted books from Book Outlet. They are great for finding discounted books. But I will talk about my feelings towards Book Outlet and the recent events that happened in a later video. But they were purchased at Book Outlet. And I'm not saying I'm not going to continue to purchase books from Book Outlet, but we'll talk about it. That's my haul. If you've read any of these books, please let me know in the comments below. If you like them, if you think they're not worth my time reading, please let me know, because I take that in consideration. I don't like to waste my time reading a book. I'm currently reading. What am I currently reading? I'm currently reading Black Girls Must Die Exhausted Baby Makes 2. I'm still reading that book. I don't know if I was reading it in my last video, but I've read a couple books in between, so I'm back to reading that. Black Girls Must Die Exhausted in a Baby Makes Two. And that's it. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Thank you for all the love and support that I've been receiving. I hope everyone is safe and your loved ones are safe and everyone is healthy during these two pandemics we are currently finding ourselves in the United States. Please be safe, love on your family, love on yourself, love your mental health and everything. And see you later. Peace out from Worth the Read.